name is Anthony, and I'm an analyst and the marketing manager for BF Sports Analysis. Today, we're going to be going over how to set up your tripod and camera. This is going to be part of an ongoing series about the tools of an analyst. So how to set up your camera and tripods, how to actually film a game of rugby, and then to some of the post-game processes as well involved with being an analyst. But like I said, first up, we're going to set up a tripod and camera. Now, a lot of the stuff in this video may seem fairly obvious, but let's say you're rushed, you might miss some things, or you've never done it before, or let's say your club or team needs somebody to just fill in really quickly and they've never done it before. Hopefully, they can watch this video and get some tips so you get the best quality video. So, first things first, you want to make sure you have a solid platform to set up your tripod. Now, most of the time, if you're filming with a tripod, you'll be up in the gantry, maybe in the stand somewhere, or on some sort of scaffolding on the side of the pitch. So a solid platform usually shouldn't be a problem. Obviously, myself, in my office at the moment, not that big of a deal. Next, after that, you want to make sure that it's the appropriate height. You obviously want to be as comfortable as you can because you're filming for 80 minutes. So if it's too tall, your arms are going to get tired. You're going to have to crane your neck. If it's too low, arms maybe won't get tired, but you're going to be like this. Maybe your neck gets a little bit sore after 90 minutes. So you just want to make sure that you're in a comfortable position while you're actually filming. Now, there's a few different ways that you can do this. Number one, the most obvious, is actually just adjusting the actual legs themselves. So adjusting like this. Most tripods have some sort of telescopic feature with their legs. So that's number one. Number two is the width of the legs themselves. So the wider you go, if you loosen this up right here, loosen up this little locking ring, the wider you go, the shorter it is, the more stable it is. But this is obviously maybe a little bit too short for me, but let's say I need a really, really solid base. Then I can keep it like this, tighten that down, and then also adjust the height in a lot of tripods with actually a telescoping head as well. So this bolt right here, or screw, okay, you just loosen that up, and then you can just lift this head right out like that, tighten it back down, there you go. Some tripod models, they have this here, and then they also have like a little crank to actually lift up the head itself. On this particular model, it's a bit more manual, but it's perfect for us. So I'd say it's maybe a little too high for me. So maybe something like that where, I'm in a comfortable position, my head is facing straight, I can look straight at the screen, and I'm ready to film a game. So now that you've got your tripod at an appropriate height, you're going to want to make sure that it's also level. So let's say you are on uneven ground for whatever reason. The scaffolding you're on maybe is a little bit sketchy, or say you might be even filming from the ground for whatever reason. Okay, most tripods will have some sort of bubble level that will tell you whether or not it's actually level. It'll be a little circular one. We'll get a little bit closer here now so you can actually see it in action. Okay, so like I said, on this particular model, the bubble level is actually on the head here. So under the mounting plate, I have it just basically up out of the way. Okay, and you can see here that obviously the bubble is not in the middle. I've done that on purpose, obviously, and I've made it so it's uneven. So if it is uneven, basically all you need to do is adjust the legs themselves, okay, to make sure that the bubble actually ends up in the center there. So I'll just do that now. Adjust that. And now, as long as my floor isn't too out of whack, it should be level. So there you go. Now the bubble is actually in the middle, and we are ready to go on to the next step, which is actually mounting the camera to the tripod. So now that you have your tripod at the correct height and it's level, okay, you're gonna want to mount your camera. So this particular tripod has this sort of quick release mechanism here for this mounting plate. So pretty simple. It just comes free with this little lever there. Boom, and the mounting plate comes free, okay? And then basically all you gotta do is attach that screw directly to the camera, okay? It's fairly simple. This is the camera I have today. This isn't something that you would use for filming a rugby game. I'm just using what I have at the moment. Our normal filming equipment is with just other employees of the company at the moment, so I'm just using what I have. But it's the same thing, same principle, okay? I can still demonstrate here. So the cameras will have a little hole there at the bottom for this screw, okay? Then all you gotta do is screw that plate in, just like that, okay? It's very simple, okay? Now what I do is I usually carry around this little token, but any coin will do really, and then just give that a quick turn to make sure it's nice and snug, okay? Don't need to break your hand trying to get that tight, and you could always, of course, carry around a screwdriver or something like that, but this, you know, fits in my wallet, it's easy to carry around, and it does the job. So I just go with this. And then all you gotta do is place your camera on there, okay? Kind of press it down, the quick release, turns like that, and boom, your camera is now mounted. Okay, so now that you actually have your camera mounted, there's a few more adjustments you can make while you're actually filming the game itself, okay? So you have your tilt tension adjuster, your pan tension adjuster, and then if you want, you can also change the position of the handle, okay? So these all are very self-explanatory. So for the tilt tension adjuster, it adjusts the tension on the tilt of the tripod. So if I turn that to the left, okay, I can now tilt the camera up and down, okay? And then if I just want it to be stationary, I twist that all the way back to the right, and it's good to go, okay? And then this, the pan tension adjuster, okay? Loosen that to the left, and now, okay, I can pan the camera however I want. And then again, if you want to just be stationary, just twist that right down, okay? And then lastly, I'll just give you a little bit better angle here for the handle adjustment. For this particular model, okay, it's going to be this knob right here, okay? So if I just loosen that, now I can position the handle in any way I want. Now, obviously, typically you would just have it as it is right now, sort of facing downwards. And then once you have it in your desired position, you just tighten that back down. So there you go. There's other adjustments you can make while you're actually filming as well. So there you go. That's how you set up your tripod and camera. Hopefully you found this video helpful and you got a few tips out of it as well. If you're curious about what type of tripod you should buy, there'll be a link in the description to our website, which has an article about what type of tripod you should buy for filming, rugby or sports really. If you know anybody who needs to see this video, go ahead and share it with them. And of course, like and subscribe.